day. A full forward gear shifting at the Bristol Speedway. You can call me Jimmy Johnson, point leader all day. Got the Chevy engine rumbling in a car without keys. 500 laps ago on the track, it's all me. So many sponsors on my car, from Kellogg's to Kraft cheese. That's me walking in, Watson Glen. My game plan is simple, son, I came to win. Just give me a Budweiser, this one for rough riders. Running loose past the signal just like Sprint Wireless. Thanks to Bank America, my gas tank full now. See the checkered flag drop, I'm feeling good now. Foot to the pedal, asphalt, touch the rubber. Used to watch Richard Petty growing up, I learned from it. My pit crew sick too, it's like amazing grace. I say a prayer for the helmet touch my face. Fast is either first or last, so we can bang a tray paint if you're trying to pass. I feel the need for speed, yes, I was born to do it. It's a crash on turn 3, pick a line and drive through it. My fuel was getting low, but I got to go. This is NASCAR, baby, ain't no time for slow. If you wanna come get it, we can bump and grind. But I'm here for one thing, and that's the finish line. Running side by side with Smoke and Kurt Busch. See Harvey coming fast, can't stop, I gotta push. Casey Mills and Mark Martin in the outside groove. Casey came going low, but they all too slow. I'm Coke, got the lead with 20 laps to go. See you all in Victory Lane, where they pop the champagne. From Dodge to Toyota, either Chevy or Ford. I love them all, baby doll, when the pedals to the floor. Just put a rubber and turn in my fast car, racing to the Sprint Cup, cause I'm NASCAR. Call me Robbie Jeff and Dale Earnhardt. You can start your engines, it's NASCAR. Number one, I'll never be the last car. Finish lines on mine, cause I'm NASCAR. Sorry, it's time to go party. Left y'all in the dust.
Hey, Cole, you looking pretty good out there, buddy. I'm coming, baby. I know you want to win. I came to win. You got to slow down. You're all over the track. Don't crash that car. We're going to be in trouble if you crash that car. Don't worry about it, son. I got it. Hop on back on it. I don't know. Just slow down. I can't slow down, baby. This is NASCAR. I'll see y'all at the finish line.
Well, he's never had a sponsor and he's running short on cash. Pulled ahead in Sunday's race and the car ran out of gas. He's had a streak of luck and has run from bad to worse. He only wants to know what it's like to finish first. Getting kind of tired, all the dust that he's been tasting. It's kind of hard to swallow, but remember, that's just racing. Well, that's just racing. It happens all the time. You can't expect the unexpected from the start to the finish line. Well, that's just racing. It ain't no big thing, but you gotta hang tough if you wanna be a stock car king. Well, his car was running better than it ever ran before when the local hot rod hero pulled up right beside his door. They ran him paint to paint and he kept it in the groove. Pushed him to the wall when he went to make his move. When the race was over, the driver that was chasing smiled at him and said, "Bro, that's just racing." Well, that's just racing. It happens all the time. You can't expect the unexpected from the start to the finish line. Well, that's just racing. It ain't no big thing, but you gotta hang tough if you wanna be a stock car king. Well, he kept coming back time after time. Finally took the checkered flag, crossing the line. Guess he never got it through his mind. That's just racing. It happens all the time. You can't expect the unexpected from the start to the finish line. Well, that's just racing.
Like the taste of fresh apples? Looking for something a little different? Try an Angry Orchard hard cider. We use traditional cider apples from a 100-year-old orchard. It takes 2 apples to make each bottle of Angry Orchard. So at the end of the day, relax and raise a glass to something a little unexpected. Angry Orchard, crisp, refreshing, and not too sweet. And now in cans. Angry Orchard hard cider. Branch out.
Angry Orchard Cider Company, Walden, New York. Drink responsibly.
At Whole Foods Market, we know many of our customers are vegetarians or vegans, and we love that. But this message is for our carnivore friends. This week, our meat and poultry department is having sales. Enjoy our high-quality cuts of meat and poultry that will melt in your hamburger-loving, chicken kebab-craving mouths. And enjoy beautiful cuts on prices that will melt in your wallet. We know how you like your burger. On sale. Right now at Whole Foods Market, seasoned beef burgers are $4.99 a pound through Tuesday. Visit WholeFoodsMarket.com for all of this week's sales.
Come on now. Woo! Oh, yeah. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Underneath the country moon, the drivers fight to catch their groove. It's racing time again in Tennessee. And the party people wave their flags while the girls are dancing in the stands. And those good old boys are happy as can be. Trying to catch a bump and run. Hold on tight, let's have some fun. There's magic underneath the Bristol sky tonight. Let's raise some hell and make some thunder in the night. 160,000 screaming on their feet, where the concrete rumbles and the crowd is always wild underneath the Bristol light. Oh yeah, woo! Underneath the Bristol light. Come on now. Down in the concrete bowl, we like it loud like rock and roll. We're finished tight and keep you on your feet. We're bold and brash in Tennessee. We race the way it ought to be. That's Bristol, baby. Yeah, can't you see? Waiting on a victory. Tonight we're going down in history. There's magic underneath the Bristol sky tonight. Let's raise some hell and make some thunder in the night. 160,000 screaming on their feet, where the concrete rumbles and the crowd is always wild underneath the Bristol light. Let me hear you yell from the front stretch, back stretch, turn 1, turn 2, give a little hell yes, turn 3, turn 4, show 'em what we came for, push the pedal to the floor. Come on now. Woo! Oh, yeah. We're gonna have a good time tonight. There's magic underneath the Bristol sky tonight. Let's raise some hell and make some thunder in the night. 160,000 screaming on their feet, where the concrete rumbles and the crowd is always wild underneath the Bristol light. Oh yeah, underneath the Bristol light. We're gonna have a good time tonight underneath the Bristol light.
Welcome everyone to Kentucky Motor Speedway. We are here for the Deep South Racing League for the Quaker State 150. Going to have a good show for everybody here tonight. Before we really get started, I want to send my thoughts and prayers with Landon Lacey. He was supposed to be with me tonight, and his fiance actually fell off her horse about, I don't know, 20 minutes before I went onto the air, before the little intro and stuff like that. And she actually fell off and hit her head on a rock, fell off her horse, and so I'm actually thinking about them. So Landon, I know you wish that you could actually be here instead of being at a hospital, but I hope everything works out, man. I hope everything gets good. So I'm sure you'll be watching this later on, and maybe watching it on your phone. So just to let you know, I am thinking about you, and I hope everything goes good. So yeah, we are here for the Deep South Racing League at Kentucky. 100 laps. Should be a good race. Should be a fairly exciting race. Last week we was at Daytona, and that everybody's seen what happened there. That was a very exciting race. It was one of the best races we was actually able to broadcast, and so this one right here I don't think will disappoint. So yeah, I want to talk a little bit here about some of the stuff that we got going on. Just let me bring it up. We still got about 20 minutes left in practice before these guys get on the track and qualify. So, bring it up here. There we go. Alright, so, a little bit about tonight. We are looking right now. If Michael Redding and Don Persini enters Kentucky tonight, and it looks like Michael Redding is here, they will be chase eligible for this Deep South Racing League. However, Michael Redding will be mathematically locked into the chase, and it looks like, I'm just reading some more stuff here. They also do give waiver rounds if iRacing don't do it the right way, so I'm just clearing up some of this stuff because I'm still fairly new with this league as well. It's my second broadcast here with these guys, and they usually put on a great show like I was talking about. So we're going to look down here at the rundown right now as practice continues here. Brian Harford looking for his 10th win of the season. That's going to be interesting to see if he's able to pull that off. 10 wins in a season is no small task for any driver, especially with not really having a whole lot of races really in the season right now. He's got 15 top 5s, 17 top 10s, and currently a points leader. Then we got Michael Redding, who will be locked into the chase as long as he takes the green flag here tonight. Matthew McLean, currently third place right now with a 170.99 mile an hour, so that's pretty good. Then we got Josh Sturgill, currently up in the fourth position in that 17 car. Christopher Matthews in the first, only Ford in the top 5. Joey Stats, currently 6th place. Kevin Strandberg is 7th. Casey Heschel is 8th place. I think I said that right this time. Richard Rose is 9th, and Raymond Dormer is 10th. As we look back through the grid here, Jack Williams currently in that 11th spot, part of Center Force Racing. Then we got Don Persini. I believe I'm saying that right again. I apologize if I didn't. Thomas Reed is currently 13th. Justin Epperson 14th. Rodney Scott 15th. And I'm not on the track, so I don't count myself. Aaron Taylor and Patrick Green currently is in there as well. We got some more drivers coming in. I'm just looking around here, making sure I got everything up and running. That's one good thing about doing this a little bit earlier, is I can actually make sure everything's working good. And there we go. As you can see, the 54 car right there of Jack Williams, right beside the 2 car. Or right behind the 2 car, I'm sorry. Down at the bottom is the 53 car. Oh, that's the 53 or 63. So, we're going to take a look at tonight's weather. 81 degree track temp, 81 degree air temp. Oh, as the 2 gets really Oh, that was interesting. Partly cloudy skies. Humidity's a little bit high with 80% humidity. You can actually see it when we came in. It was a little bit cloudy looking, foggy looking. Take a look here at the information for Kentucky Speedway. 1.460 miles, so a little bit shorter than a mile and a half. Altitude of 792 feet. 4 turns. Take a look here at Jack Williams, currently 12th on the board. You see Richard Rose here. Richard Rose is currently, we're going to get a look down through here and see what place he is in points. He is driving the 10 car. Richard Rose, it looks like, is currently in the 19th in points. However, he actually did gain a spot last week. Currently right now with 1 top 5 and 8 top 10s. And there's Casey Heschel, currently 16th in points. As he's actually got a pretty decent stat book here himself. 4 top 5s, 10 top 10s. So he actually jumped 3 spots last week. And there's Richard Rose in the 10 car again. Currently right now 9th fastest, putting down pretty decent laps. I'm not real sure on how long these guys can go on a full tank. But I would probably guess that you're going to see most of these guys pit once the caution flags start flying and stuff like that. So once again, thinking about you, Landon. I hope everything works out. Kind of tough right now, I'm sure. Everything. There's Matthew McLean. He's out on the track. So a bunch of these guys are actually out on the track right now, getting a lot of practice time. Tracks just changed last night. I'm not entirely sure on how much these guys have practiced prior to this event at this track. And that's a good-looking car. That's the 88 of the Nationwide Charities. I believe that's actually the same car that Dale Jr. is running this weekend when they go, and actually it's the first time I've actually seen it on anybody's car, so that's pretty cool looking to be able to actually see that. You can see that right there. Pretty neat looking car, I will say that. See the side of it right there. Pretty nice looking ride. Right now, he is 4th fastest out on the board. With a 30.744, take a look here at his last lap, or this lap. He will put down a 31.060. So tires are starting to play a factor here. Got some fun track facts for everybody if you're wondering. Everybody knows that this is the old iRacing surface. They haven't repaved here. But racing surface is 72 feet wide, 56 feet wide in turn 1 and 2, 17-degree banking in turn 1 and 2 with a 14-degree banking as the 88 goes for a wild ride there. As a 14-degree banking in turn 3 and 4. And then, let's see here, a 1,600-foot backstretch with a descending banking from the entry to exit of turn 4. So that's going to be pretty neat. 107,000 grandstand seats. That's actually way more than what I thought it was. This is just some facts about the venue here. You can still see the 88 sitting there. Here comes Richard Rose out onto the track. Once again in that Nationwide number 10 car. Let's see here. They have, pretty neat, 11 Terrence boxes with open air seating. 125 private backstretch RV campsites, which is pretty cool. You can see them right there on your screen right now. Pretty cool looking. 650 infield RV campsites. Free parking for more than 30,000 vehicles. That's pretty awesome, considering I go to Bristol about every year. So that's pretty neat. Going to see what kind of lap time Richard puts down here. As you can see him going down into turn 1. He's actually going to drive it in there fairly shallow. Holds it right above, not really on the bottom, about a half lane up off the bottom, right on that white line, which is where you want to be. Going to get it real close to the wall and dive it down here into turn number 3. Sorry about the little lag right there. Going to about ride the middle of the turn. Full speed out. Hop on board here and ride with Richard after he puts down a lap of 30.791. So that was his fastest lap. You can see on board here with the number 10 car. Wreck right there. I'm not sure it was. Looks like 35. Actually gets into the wall there a little bit, so he may actually wind up pulling that into the pits. This is a tricky pit road. I will say that. This is one of the, especially when you're coming off turn 4, it's a really tricky, and we're going to go for a ride. As the 10 of Richard Rhodes. Just going to pull it into his, he meant to do that. That was all normal. That was interesting. Going to hop on here and take a look here at the 35. This is Thomas Reed. Anybody interested in joining Deep South Racing League, get in contact with this man right here, and he will get you set up and hooked up with the league. It's a nice looking paint scheme, I'll say that as well. Representing the Air Force, everybody knows. I hope everybody had a good July 4th, Independence Day. Remember what we was actually what Independence Day was for. Right now, anybody that donates anything, every donation right now is going to military stuff, so that's pretty awesome. That we're going to do that for the rest of this week as well, with any league that we broadcast here on Center Force TV. U.S. Air Force paint scheme. Nice looking paint. 88's trying to chase him down right now. So we got the Nationwide Chevy trying to chase down the 35 of the U.S. Air Force. Want to know who everybody's out there pulling for tonight. We'll get to our picks here soon. I'm by myself tonight. My co-host had problems. If y'all didn't know, I said it at the beginning of the show, but just a little bit of fact. His fiance fell off a horse and hurt her head, and he had to rush to the hospital. So hopefully everything's working out with them. Ooh, as a 33 gets into the back of a 63. And that was interesting. Trying to make sure I got my, there we go. How about that? Want to make sure I had my audio so everybody can hear. There's some in-car audio here. Right now, taking a look at your leader, Brian Hartford right now. Going to be one of the tough guys to beat. It's going to be very interesting to see if he's able to get win number 10 underneath his belt tonight. There's something else I was going to talk about. I'm going to find it right now once I find what it was. And it might take me a minute here. Trying to find the message I received. It's somebody in this league. I just got to find it, so just bear with me. It's going to take me just 1 minute. I don't think this is it. Here we go. So yeah, I want to bring up something. We talked about it last week, I believe, and I just want to make sure this is the right one. So just bear with me for a second.
Mic check, please.
There's Jack Williams talking. So I want to talk about. I'm going to have to actually fix my audio. Just bear with me for a second. I don't want to have to play the sound all the time. And
Mic check, mic check. I got you.
There we go. Okay, so I want to talk about Tanner John Walkins. I'm not sure if you're actually in here or not, but I want to mention about the Avery. Let's see. We got an interview last week, I believe it was with him. Can't remember if it was in here or not. The Avery Huffman Foundation. Everybody check that out. Type it in on Google and check it out and read about it. And we're trying to get it brought up on the broadcast a little bit. I think it was for this league. I could be completely wrong. It may be for a different league. I can't remember where he's from. But there's a pretty good foundation about Avery Huffman. And you can go online and read about all the stuff, what it is, the foundation. We're actually going to do something special for that here on an upcoming broadcast. And I'm trying to remember if it was actually for this league or not. I'm pretty sure it was. I just want to make sure. I'm looking now. So if anybody remembers, just let me know. I could be completely wrong. Anyway, sorry about that. I'm reading over everything right now. Some stats and stuff like that. And continue watching Brian Harper right now. Like I said, he is looking for his 10th win of the season. Does have 9 over. Actually, no one's really close to him in wins. We do have Dennis Pavel currently with 3 wins. And then he is not locked into the chase just yet. But right now it looks like we have a couple people locked into the chase, and that's Brian Harford and Alan Wild currently locked into the chase. Getting some more stats here. So we're getting ready to start qualifying here in just a few minutes. One other note, Brian Harford does have 17 top 10s. It's pretty incredible. He's raced 17 races, 17 top 10s, so he's not had any DNF that I can see as of yet anyway. So we'll see if that continues here tonight at Kentucky Speedway for the Quaker State 150. It's going to be hard to bet against somebody like Hartford. He's, you can see what kind of lap times he's actually putting down. A 30.629 currently your fastest. We are going to look here at your top results. 2 car coming in behind him. That's a good looking car as well. The 911 car. It's a pretty cool looking car as well. This 91 car driving a Goodwrench American flag paint scheme representing Independence Day. It's pretty cool. That 911 car, I wanted to look at the front of it. That was a sheriff car. We got some in-car audio.
Drivers meeting. Tonight's race is 100 laps, or 150 miles. Under green flag conditions, please try and keep verbal chatting at a minimum, with the exception of on-track courtesies. Under caution, feel free to chat until given the signal for one to go. Also, during the broadcast interviews, please remain silent while the interview is taking place, unless they are talking to you. They are going to be coming into the race radio, not TeamSpeak tonight. Upon entering and exiting pit road, let your presence be known. When entering pit road, try and stay to the right side until coming onto your pit box. When leaving pit road, blend onto the racetrack along the back stretch. Violators who blend early, causing damage to another car, will be black flagged with a stop-and-go penalty. If at any time during the race there is a car stopped or spinning, whether in the grass, on the track, or on the apron, let it be publicly known. The admin will throw the caution at discretion. At the 6 laps to go mark, the caution will no longer be manually thrown. iRacing will have control. There is no retaliation or wrecking on purpose. If you are guilty, you will be parked. Bonus points in effect tonight are available provided you complete 1 lap, and they are as follows. Race winner will get 3 points. 1 point for the winning the pole, 1 point for leading a lap, 1 point for leading the most laps, and 1 point for having 0 incidents. Penalty points in effect tonight are as follows. There's a 1 point penalty deduction for 10 incidents, 2 points for 20, and 3 points for 30, and etc. The race leader will accelerate at the green flag. Admin will watch to the best of his ability all starts and restarts. If jumped, the admin will make a call and give a warning. If it occurs again, the driver will be black flagged with a stop-and-go penalty. If warping or connection issues occur, move to the top of the track or out of the racing groove. If it's too distracting, you may be disconnected. Lap cars must yield to lead lap cars. The lucky dog rule is in effect tonight. There are 2 fast repairs for tonight's race, so be sure to look at your box before you stop on pit road. Pit road penalties for speeding or passing under yellow while entering pit road will not be cleared by the admin. Our next race is the New Hampshire 125 at the New Hampshire International Speedway next Tuesday night, July 12th at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time. The driver's meeting for that race will begin at approximately 9:18 p.m. Eastern. At this point, are there any questions or comments?
So that's going to be Thomas Reed, your league admin and race control and everything else. If anybody wants to get in contact, Thomas Reed 3 is his name. Get in contact with him. Come in here and race with these guys. They actually put on a heck of a show. Love watching these guys race. So this is going to be a fun race. I wanted to broadcast that so you all understand the rules for the people watching and kind of understand how everything works here at Deep South. And I hope everybody likes the ticker. I got the little Deep South new logo back on the screen. Got about 2 minutes here before we go qualifying. So I'm going to go ahead and get my pre-race picks in right after we get the results for practice. Brian Harford 2, Michael Redding, Joey Stats, Josh Sturgill, Matthew McLean, Richard Rose, Christopher Matthews, Raymond Dormer, Jack Williams, and Casey Heschel is your top 10. And you can see the rest of them right here on your screen. Currently have, it looks like, 18 drivers going to start this race, it looks like. Depending if Aaron Taylor actually goes out and does start the race, I'm not sure. So everybody, this looks like this is going to be a heck of a race. Once again, I apologize for not having my co-host with me. Usually I have a bunch of people with me, and I usually have it set up, but I actually had it set up for this race, and Landon's fiance fell off the horse and actually hurt her head. So thinking about you, I mentioned that 3 times already. And I just want to, make sure people understand why it's just me tonight. Usually I always have somebody with me, but something like that, that's way more important than, stuff. So I hope everybody understands that. So we are about to get qualifying underway. This is a 100 lap race here. And then, like Brian said over the in-car radio, we do go to New Hampshire next week. Going to be going live at 9:05 Eastern Time for the broadcast. And we'll definitely have some more broadcasters with us next week as well. So, I want to take a look here at the projected. I want to pop up the chase so everybody can kind of see who's all in points right now. You can see right there who's all locked in. The requirements have been met by some of these guys. That's your top 20 right now. So, in points. We'll leave that up on the screen for just 1 minute so everybody can kind of get an idea. That's official standings. So, after last week's race at Daytona. So, as actually we got to 34, it jumped up onto the top of the board. So last week's winner, last week's race, I forgot who I picked. I believe I actually picked Brian Harford, and it's going to be tough for me to actually choose against him. So, with that said, I am going to take Brian Harford to win tonight's race and get his 10th win of the season. Me personally, I want to see it because I haven't really seen a lot of leagues that's active like this is for somebody to have that many wins. So it'll be cool to see. It'll also be cool to see if Jack Williams is able to get up there and get a good run. Currently 9th right now on the board, but he's part of my Center Force Racing team. So I hope he actually has a pretty good run tonight. As qualifying or practice has concluded, qualifying is starting right now. As this is open qualifying, forgot to mention that. So I'm going to see what happens here as they roll off pit road. Big group of cars coming out here, the 2, the 91, the 10, the 35, as well as it looks like the 17 as well. Oh, as the 2 gets into the wall pretty hard there and actually blows up his car as the 17 gets into him. Big pile up there early as the 2. And there's your iRacing physics at its best. That was interesting. he'll have plenty of time to get back out there and get a couple laps down. Going to take a look here at the number 8, Patrick Green, fighting outside the 63. Going to see what kind of lap he puts down. Patrick Green from Carolina. There's Don Persini. Back up to Patrick. He will put down a... Watch and see here. He's going to jump him up. Actually, this is his first time lap, so that was Jack Williams right there. I don't know why my thing's jumping all over the place, but it is. Take a look here at your results right now. Patrick Green did take the pole away. Brian Hartford second. Michael Reddy, Richard Rose, Kevin Strandberg currently your top 5. Here's the 91. Of Rodney Scott. Last lap of a 31.973. See what kind of lap he puts down. Going to be going a little bit higher than probably what he wanted as the 911 car gets underneath him, but he will get a little bit of draft from that 911 car, or 911 car, I'm sorry. And we'll put down a lap of a 90 or 31.973. Currently does have him in that 14th position. Danny Lowe currently 13th position. '54 of Jack Williams coming out onto the track. Currently 4th place right now. Keep your eye on Jack. He's a really good driver, so he's somebody that could be a secret to watch. Actually was having a really good run last week and actually had a decent run, I believe. I can't remember exactly where he finished. I believe it was a top 5. So he's get ready to put down another time lapse, see if he can get a little bit faster, maybe pick up that pole position, as the 90 or 71 just jumped up and took the pole away from the 96. As far as Casey Heschel is currently in 3rd place. Jack Williams holding it right there above that bottom groove, trying to get a good run off. You can see the speed that they carry here at Kentucky. This is a super fast track, 188 miles per hour going into turn number 3. All the way down to about 147, it looks like. And Jack Williams is going to be able to put down a time of a 31.164, so a little bit slower than what he wants right now. Currently 6th place. He actually lost a couple spots there on that run. There's Thomas Reed coming out to get ready to start his lap as the 88 spins in front of him. And saves the 88's had his hands full a couple of times tonight. But Thomas Reed should be able to get a lap down here. I believe you are allowed to finish your qualifying lap once you cross the start-finish line. I believe you're allowed to finish it if the checker flag comes out. So keep an eye on Thomas to see if he's able to jump up here and grab a couple spots away. Looks like the 10 just came out of the pits, and I don't think he'll be able to get back around to get his time. Continue watching Thomas Reed here. This is the league owner. Anybody interested in joining, get in contact with him. Nice paint scheme he's running this week. U.S. Air Force. He will put down a lap of 31.139, so it does keep him the same position as qualifying has concluded. We are about to go green here. Everybody should be finishing up qualifying now, so stay tuned. I hope you enjoy this race. It should be a good one. All right, and we are starting the grid. We're going to take a look here at our grid. For the Quaker State 150, Brian Hartford will start first. There will be Joey Stats in the 96 car, Michael Redding third, Christopher Matthews on row number 2. Row number 3 is Casey Heschel and Josh Sturgill. Row number 5 is Raymond Dormer and Jack Williams. I'm sorry, row number 4, Raymond Dormer and Jack Williams. Then Patrick Green, Kevin Strandberg, row number 5, and the rest of your field. As we set to go racing here in Kentucky, the home of bluegrass. If anybody wants to know that. 150 laps around this 1.5 mile track. Should be a fun one. Should be an exciting race. We've seen it practice just a few minutes ago that some of these drivers can hold their own. Some of them getting a little loose in some places, but it should be good. We're waiting on the 71 to roll the field. Got about 20 seconds left before we head off, I do believe. Entrance to pit lane. As we are set to roll here at Kentucky, the pace car should be pulling off. And here it comes. Ford Mustang pace car, followed by the field. Love that 17 car, the Superman car. It's always cool looking to see that one. Number 3 car out there representing the old Good Wrench. We are about to go racing here. Brian Hartford will lead them to the green flag. 100 laps here at Kentucky. Should be an exciting one. Pace lights are off on the pace car. We get set to go green. Pace car's off. And we got 100 laps of racing here at Kentucky Motor Speedway, and the green flag is out, and we are underway. Brian Hartford will lead him down in turn 1. Pretty good jump with the 88 following in right behind him. As the 96, I apologize, 96 looking low, and he will not make the pass there. 34 is looking to the outside. Expect the 34 to get a run, and he will not be able to get there just yet. We got a race up there for the lead now, I do believe. 96 jumping to the point right now underneath the 71 of Hartford. 96 will lead the first lap. 99 more to go. We'll see if he can hold it right now. 96 really holding on to that bottom inside line. 71 is going to get back in line as he will get a pretty decent run out of the exit. 17 gets a little loose and will lose that spot. Same as the 71. 34 looking to the inside and backs off. Continue watching these guys. Got about a 6-car breakaway. Jack Williams looking underneath the 17. Will not be able to make the pass just yet, as we're on lap number 3 this time. '54 of Jack Williams fighting around the 17 of Josh Sturgill. Trying to get around him anyway. Trying to bring along Michael Redding as well. 17 sucking up to the back of the, or 54 sucking up to the back of the 17. Caution is out. Yellow flag, first yellow flag of the night is out. Not sure entirely where it's at. I apologize for that, by the way. Let me cut that off real fast. Sorry. I don't know why I got that on. We will try to figure out exactly who that was. And we just found out. Number 35 of Thomas Reed looks like he could have blew up. That's going to bring us to our first instant replay of tonight. As a 35 coming around turn number 4. Let's see what happens here. Riding on board. He's actually got a little bit of damage right there. And it looks like he's going to get a little bit loose. And we're going to go for a ride as he sees the car spinning in front of him hard into the inside wall. Not sure who the other car was, as he's just trying to make it back to pit lane right now. Thomas Reed with another hard hit. Not having the greatest past couple weeks. I know last week he had connection issues, as he's going to try to make it back to pit road. That's going to be a long shot because he's still got the whole back stretch to go. He may wind up having to get a tow, and he's going to. As we got the leaders coming down pit road right now, going to watch the race off pit road to see who was able to win this. And 71 of Brian Hartford will win the race off pit road. There's 17. Jack Williams, the 03. The 3. Continue watching some of these races. Here comes the 10, as well as the 63. 63 had a little bit of trouble last week as well. Derek Pemberton and him actually got into it on the backstretch at Daytona, and I believe it was the 18. I can't remember if that's his number or not in the league, but actually came back up the track and actually clipped it back into the 63 and spun him, and I believe it actually took him out of the race. So not what he's wanting. I'm sure he's actually looking for a good finish here tonight, as the 96, actually the 2 will stay out, I believe. The 88 as well. Once they cross the finish line, it will update. So give that 88 to the point. That's Matthew McLean. He has led one lap here, so he decided to not pit in that Nationwide Children's Hospital car. Pretty cool looking paint scheme. If you haven't seen it yet, we will get a view right here. Pretty cool. Got a bunch of butterflies and stuff like that on it. It's pretty cool. I believe last week, I can't remember what car he actually drove, but it was another Dale Jr. paint scheme. So I think it's safe to say he's a Dale Jr. fan. But right now, he's the man up front. In-car audio.
I'll take a look at it. I got about 45 more seconds of towing left. I may extend the caution out a lap, guys, if he can't catch up. I'm not going to have him wreck, just catch up.
Possibility that we could extend the caution here, so just have to wait and see. As the pace light should be going off this time. 2's going to get the wave around, I believe. And he will get the wave around. It's Justin Epperson. Started 16th. That will put him back on the lead lap, though, which is good. People joining us that didn't hear me at the beginning, for this week at Center Force TV, we're going to be giving all donations to a Support Our Troops Foundation, which is pretty neat, I think. Pretty cool. thing for us to do since it is July 4th week. Well, July 4th was yesterday, but we're going to do it all week. So, pretty good idea, I thought, that, you know, we'll be able to use here. As we are getting ready to go green. Keep your eyes on the pace car. If something happens, the lights come back on, we will go another lap. I'm going to keep your eyes on it. As the 88 and 71 on the front row, the 20, the 34 on the second row, the 17, and I cannot see what number that is off the top of my head, or think of it right off the top of my head. Of the 96. And we are green flag back at Kentucky on lap number 9. As the 88 really didn't get the greatest of starts, as we got the 20 fighting down to the inside. 34 is going to get to run on the outside of the 20 and make that pass, and the 20 is actually dropping off the pace. He actually dropped a lot of spots there. I'm not sure if he's wanting to drop back to the back, as we got the 8 working on the outside of him going into turn number 4, and it looks like he will keep that position, but he actually dropped quite a few spots there as the 8's getting to run back on the outside again. Continue watching this. It looks like the 20 is going to have the preferred lane going out of turn number 2 down the back stretch. Oh, the 20, he did spin it. Caution is out. Looks like he may have clipped the apron there. Have to wait and see, as we're going to get our second replay of the night. Caution number 2. Going to hop on board here. Hop on board here with the number 91 car and see if he's seen anything. A little bit further back than that. A little bit further. There we go. Alright. So. Or it may not work. I don't know. It's not letting me get the replay on him, so I apologize for that. But that was the 20 car that got loose. We'll see if we can hop on board with KC and see what happened here. Just crossed the start finish line going down into turn number 1, and it's not going to show us, I don't think. So I apologize for that. Sometimes it acts a little funny. We are going to have a pit stop as the 20's definitely on pit road. Going to get some 4 fresh Goodyear tires. Looks like the 71 did stay out. I'm pretty sure the 88 definitely pitted. As we are set to watch the race off pit road. 88 will win 54, 35, 3. Then the 8 car all comes off pit road here. And here comes the 20. Did bring out the caution. So 2 cautions so far for 6 laps. Make that 7 laps as we go by right here. 2 lead changes and 11 laps completed. This will be lap number 12 completed. Out of 100 here, Brian Harford is the leader. This is exactly where he wants to be, but I have been wanting to actually watch this battle with the top 3 guys right now, as Michael Redding and Josh Sturgill is going to be good to see if they're able to get up there and actually race with the 71. Because last week they had a really good run, so I believe it was the 03 that actually got the victory last week. Take a quick commercial break and we'll come back here for the start of Or for, I'm sorry, for the green flag. Getting some in-car audio.
I want his tires impounded.
He asked me that. I'm like, we don't do that, but the first person who came to mind was Brian.
So is this the first time you've put a league on, Thomas?
Yes, sir. Our first race at Daytona was the first time I've ever done it.
Wow, you're doing a great job.
Well, thank you. We got some room for improvement on my end, but it's going to be pretty sweet.
You hear Thomas Reed talking.
Thomas, I just want to let you know that last Tuesday, me and Casey both left our families at a family vacation just to race.
That is dedication, sir. You should get bonus points for that. Because your wife probably ain't going to be real happy about that, so.
Wife?
Ah, smart man. There you go.
Oh, wow.
I
Oh,
tried to do
man.
everything once, it didn't work.
If I could figure out how to get iRacing on the laptop in my patrol car, I'd probably be on here every Tuesday.
Just to let y'all know, this makes very interesting conversation for a broadcast.
Right, yeah, dude. Chime in here anytime you want to.
Alright, so we're about to go back green flag here. Coming to lap 15 this time. That was pretty interesting conversation. Two of the guys actually left a family vacation to go racing last week. That's pretty cool. As the pace car lots are off and we get ready to go back green flag here in Kentucky. Coming to lap 15. Pace car is in. And the 71 is going green this time as the green flag waves. Slow start there for everybody. Actually stacked up the field a little bit behind him, not too much, but good enough to give the 03 a look to the outside. Will not make the pass. The 17's looking to the inside of the 03. Will not be able to get there just yet. Brian Horford does lead them down into the backstretch. Currently led 6 laps and possibly number 7. We got a battle here for the 10. Actually slides up quite a bit and will give that position away to that 911 car, 911 car. Ooh, a little sideways behind him. You can see Jack Williams right there trying to work with behind Richard Rose in that 10 car. From the Great Plains, not exactly sure where that's actually at, where he's actually from. 54 car getting a pretty good run here. Trying to figure out which lane to go right now. The lanes in front of him is kind of stalling out and he has nowhere to really go right now. This is where patience has to pay off. And there you can see the 54 getting to run on the outside of the 51. 2 car looking back at him will almost lose it. And I think he was actually trying to come to pit road. And the 54 car looking on the, are going to try to split both of these guys possibly. No. 54 will get to run on the outside of 51, will take that position away, but here comes the 3 as well, trying to get that position away. That 51 car is Raymond Dormer. As we got to spin, the 911 car will spin it off pit road or on the exit down on the bottom. I don't think it's going to throw a caution, I don't think. It will throw a caution. So caution number 3 is out to the 911 car. It's going to bring up a replay. Hopefully it works this time. I'm going to hop on board here with Jack Williams. Let's go a little bit further back than that. There we go. Going to hop on board here with the 54 of Jack Williams. As he is looking above the 51, you should see the 911 car spin off the track right there in front of him. Should be a pretty cool looking shot here. Actually, it may have happened behind him. I'm not sure where it's at, but I believe it's coming up right here. Continue watching on board. That's an 911 car right in front of him. And there he goes. Whoa! Good save. Good driving by everybody right there involved. Not to take out any more cars, so. Looking back at the 03, Michael Redding. Brian Hartford currently led 10 laps. This will be number 11 right here. Coming to lap 20 this time. I'm going to check on the, actually it looks like the 03 may have hit us, so we're going to look here at Jason Sturgill's I'm sorry, Josh Sturgill's, not Jason. I apologize for that. We're going to take a look here at his stats. Once I find them here, we'll go over and see exactly how everything's going for him. Currently 4th place right now in points. He's 123 points ahead of the cutoff. He's not locked into the chase just yet. Actually, I think he is locked in. I could be wrong about that. Currently has 6 top 5s, as well as he's got 0 wins though at the moment, but 12 top 10s, so definitely looking to improve on that tonight. It's a cool looking paint scheme. We're actually going to take a look at his paint scheme. I showed it last week as well. One of my favorite paint schemes out here on this course or track tonight, as well as last week. It was one of my favorites. You see that Superman paint scheme? Pretty cool looking. A little bit different. Riding on board there with him. Pace lights are off. You can see the lights are off, so we are getting ready to go set here back in Kentucky for the Quaker State 150 Deep South Racing League. Get in contact with Thomas Reed 3. They do race the Gen 6 cars. Don't think they race any other car besides that. So, but it's a very fun league to actually get down and sit down and watch. It's exciting to say the least. You can see we've had so far a summary of cautions. 3 cautions for 12 laps. This will be 13 laps. So 13 laps for 3 cautions out of 21 laps coming to 22. So quite a few cautions so far tonight, which is what we kind of expected here at Kentucky. As we are getting ready to set to go green once again. As the pace car is pulling off, appreciate the follow. Pace car does exit, and we are set to go green. Green flag is waving, and the 71 of Brian Hartford does go. As the 17 actually gets a pretty decent jump over everybody right now behind him. So we're going to see if that pays off here. Going down into turn 1. Right now, though, at 96, looking pretty good. Did take that second spot away. as he's actually looking to close in on this lead. Slides up a little bit. Expect a run from that 96 car coming off this exit. As they're stacking up behind them pretty good. I'm not sure where to actually watch right now. There's racing all over the track. You can see here, this is the 03 Michael Redding trying to gain a couple spots here right now, currently behind a 3. Right behind him, you can see the 911 car trying to get the run. That's Danny Lowe trying to get the run on the outside of the 20, who does slide up quite a bit and actually got a little bit loose there, so he's actually going to lose a couple spots. We're going to jump back up to the leader. '30 or 96 trying to run down that 71 car. Brian Harford looking for his 10th win of the season. Brian Harford is. Right now led 15 laps. This right here is going to be his 16th lap. I'm going to check in here with Jack Williams. Trying to find the right way and the right spot to get around this 10 car. 10 slides up there a little bit. 54 is going to get a run, as well as the 34 gets a big run on the 54 and 10. I'm going to continue watching this battle. This right here is for that 4th position. Jack's looking a little bit lower than probably what he wants to. The way I like setting passes up here is I like kind of going in a little bit higher and getting a run off the corner and try to dive it down underneath them into the next turn. But you got to be real careful. So 34 trying to get a run as everything looks like it. Ooh, 10 gets loose there. Caution is out. Once again, not entirely sure what the caution's out for. Don't see nothing. No idea, to be honest. Don't know. Take a look here at the results and see where everybody's running. See your top 10 on the screen. Brian Harford leads the way in that Toyota. Then we got 3 Chevrolets, 2 Fords, and then 2 more Toyotas. And now 5 Chevys in the top 10. 3 Toyotas and 2 Fords. Matthew McLean, 2 laps down. Casey Heschel, 2 laps down. Thomas Reed, 1 lap down. I believe Thomas Reed may wind up getting the lucky dog here. I'm going to be watching to see. I expect pit stops right here to happen, as it looks like we do got a taker. The 96 coming down to 54, coming down to 35, coming down to 3, coming down as well. Okay. So did get word that the 2 car actually spun. He's actually had a little bit of trouble here tonight. He actually spun coming on the pit road, or almost spun coming on the pit road, and did save it, but no caution, so he did spin it again. As the looks like the 35 will get the wave around. Watch the race off pit road. The 96 will win the race. Here comes Jack Williams. Will gain a spot on pit road, it looks like. 54, followed by 35, 51, 3, and the 8 car. That was a close race between them 2 guys. Got another race coming here. This is the 63. The 911 car, and I'm not sure who the other car was. As we get set here to go green once again. Like GM Goodrich Service Dale Earnhardt paint scheme. Cool looking paint as always. Take a look at some of these paint schemes some of these guys are running. We'll just go through some of them here. And Brian Harford driving you just a normal Adidas. Looks like a iRacing base paint scheme. There's the 34, the loudmouth paint scheme. That's a pretty cool looking loudmouth exhaust. That's pretty neat looking. Then we got the Sheriff of Madison County in that 911 paint scheme. Pretty cool. 63 driving the Popsicle. I believe that's an iRacing paint scheme as well. Then we got Jack Williams in the KFC paint scheme, which I actually painted for him. You're welcome, Jack. Then we got Joey Stats in that 96 Keystone Lot. That's a cool looking paint scheme. And then we got one of my favorites out on the track. There's that 17 of Josh Sturgill. And then we got the 2 car in the Alabama. It's a pretty cool paint as well. And another good one out on the track is this 88 car. It's actually Dale Jr.'s paint scheme for this weekend, I believe. So, and then we got the Evil Knievel paint. It's a Michael Redding. Patrick Green with another iRacing paint scheme. And then we got the FedEx ground paint scheme. Richard Rose in a National Guard paint scheme. Pretty cool. And last but not least, pretty awesome looking paint scheme as well, is that Thomas Reed car. U.S. Air Force. Pretty cool looking. Pretty sure he made that himself, or at least I'm guessing he made it himself. Ben's got his name on the door. Somebody could have made it for him, but pretty cool paint scheme. So we're going to take a look here at our summary. 4 cautions so far, 16 laps as we get set to go green. Once again, here at Kentucky Speedway. Pace lights are off on the car, coming on the back stretch. This right here would be a fun place to come to see a race. You got the campers right down the back stretch, you can see them. That would be a pretty awesome place to go sit and watch a race. Yeah, I can't say I blame you. As we get set to go green, here once again, coming to lap 31 this time. 89 laps to go. I'm sorry, 89 laps to go. Lord. 59 laps to go, I believe. And the green flag is out. 69 laps to go. I apologize. I don't know how many it is. I can't count. As the 03 does get spun, that will bring out another caution right away. He actually got loose. This is going to be a fun one to watch. As we go to our instant replay once again here. '03 gets loose and just kicks out, and the 54 does get the back of him, but I believe he done lost it. We're going to hop on board here with Jack Williams and take a ride with him as we see what happens. Looks like to me like it might have just kicked loose as I'm trying to find a cockpit view. Here we go. Right behind the 03 of Michael Redding. And yeah, that Toyota just kicks loose, and Jack, I don't even know if he really got into him. He may have got a little into him a little bit, but that 03 car having a little bit of trouble. I expect since the 54 here is going to pit. Caution fest right now. We've had up, we will look here once again at the summary. I believe this is number 5. 5 cautions so far in 32 laps. Pretty insane. Pretty crazy race so far.
Yeah, got a good bit.
Yeah, as the 54 does have quite a bit of damage. He's going to have to get that fixed, that's for sure.
Yeah, it looks smashed up pretty good.
Yeah, his whole front end's beat in pretty good.
Okay, 10-4, thank you.
It'll take him just a second to get that fixed, I do believe. There comes the 03. 51 does come around. You know, one cool thing about being able to broadcast stuff is you can actually show the people that watch the stream at race at the same time. You can kind of show them exactly and show them exactly what kind of damage they got. And yeah, Landon, I'm glad she's going to be okay. I was worried about that, to be honest, so I'm glad she's okay, man. There ain't no problem. Don't even worry about it. I was wondering about her. Tell her I hope she gets better.
Anybody been working on their Darlington schemes yet?
Yeah, I've been looking around for some ideas.
Got some talk about they're going to be running some special paint schemes here at Darlington, which is pretty cool.
Look pretty ordinary, but definitely throwback.
I'm going to take a break once again, guys. Get our little ad in here. Oh, hold on.
Is it alright if we change our number for that one race?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so you bet, Landon. Something like that, you know what I mean? Personal issues and stuff, man, that becomes before everything. Something, especially something that requires some kind of medical problem or something like that that you had to rush off. There's, you know, I would expect the same thing if it would have been me, you know what I mean? So make sure she's good to go and all that. I've been thrown off a horse like one time when I was younger, and it ain't no fun feeling, that's for sure. So hope she gets better.
Game.
Yeah, I'm debating that Stroll light one. I'm not sure.
Seems like the valve oil will be hard to get the number right, but who knows?
Talk about some Darlington paint schemes. Pretty cool. I'm going to go back here and take a look at somebody a little bit farther back in the field. Let's see if I can find him here. Haven't really talked a lot about him tonight, and that is the 51 of Raymond Dormer. You see him right there. He was a little bit involved in that wreck. I don't think it hurt him too bad. You can see him right there. He did start 7th place, currently 11th. Has fallen back a little bit, so we're going to wait and see. This is going to be an interesting restart. We got some really fast cars back here in the back as we get ready to go green here once again at Kentucky Speedway, with coming to lap 36 this time. So I'm going to wait and see what happens here as the 96 and 3 and the 8 and the 91. So a bunch of new faces up front there. We're going to see what's going to happen. Got some fast cars in the back and some okay cars here up front. 96 was shown that he's had speed. See if these other guys can show what they got as well. As the green flag is out, we are back underway. The 91 actually laid back quite a bit there at the beginning. Didn't hurt him. He looked like he's getting a little bit of a run now. But everything looked like it worked okay. We are 3 wide with a 17 in the middle. Trying to go back to that. There we go. 91 falling back super fast. Well, that was pretty insane right there. They're still fighting poor position way back there in the back. 54 right behind that 03 once again. We'll wait and see what happens with that. Here comes the 35 looking around. The 34, that's Thomas Reed trying to get a run. 35 is getting a big run up on that high side. Here he comes. He's going to try to get around this 911 car, or 911 car here soon.
Christopher.
Oh, the caution did come out. Not sure what happened there. Oh, okay. Well, here we go. It looks like somebody could have blew up here. Caution out once again. Will he have help? That's going to be the question. 88 right behind him. And it looks like it could just break out front. He gets a big run and will lose it into the wall. There's your caution. 6th caution of the night here at Kentucky Speedway.
I think it was 4 wide at one time coming off of 2.
Yeah, I was trying to stay out of everybody's way. Y'all just go ahead on. I just want to be there at the end.
The 91 talking now. It's Rodney Scott trying to stay everybody's way.
I think it was 17 and 71 that I was trying to let him go on the inside of me going into 1, and we ended up 3 wide and scared the hell out of me up against the wall.
There's the 71 car. Cool looking Goodwrench Chevrolet. That is Rodney Scott. Started 15th, currently 13th. He was up there a few minutes ago, I believe back in 4th or 3rd. And he fell back really fast. I think he's just trying to keep his car clean, because I know a lot of these guys are having trouble holding this car onto the track. This is definitely a tough car to drive, so going to watch and see if he's able to do anything here on the longer runs and stuff. If we get a long run, I'm anxious to see a long run here and see what happens.
Watch the thing. I watched it online. It was just sort of, you know, kind of like got that feeling where, you know, and just enjoying watching it. You know, they let them speak for themselves. But I went and got an Ethernet cable tonight. So I mean, I'm going good now. I'll ride it up. Probably going to be tomorrow, though, because we'll get done late. I'll probably ride it up tomorrow.
That was a 35. He actually had connection issues last week. It looks like he's got everything worked out well tonight, so that's good. We're just about halfway, 60 laps to go here at Kentucky. As the 96 is getting ready to drag race the pace car. Currently led 12 laps, so that's going to help him. That is the 96 of Joey Stats, and we're going to take a look here at his. It looks like he's not in the chase just yet.
Yes, sir.
Trying to find him here.
I changed my paint scheme from black to white. Does it make my butt look big?
That's funny.
I don't know. I'm in front of you. Oh,
All right,
shoot,
Joey
no,
Stats is
no.
actually quite a bit back there in the points right now. I thought he actually raced last week, but apparently, I don't know. We're taking a look here. He did gain 4 spots last week, so no, he's not eligible for the chase. He does have 1 top 5 and 1 top, and as well as a top 10. It's actually his 2nd race, so he's not eligible for the chase. However, a win will still prove that he's able to hold it in with these guys. He's actually done pretty good last week, so it's going to be good to see how he does here on this restart. The pace lights are off, and we set him up and try to line him up again, trying to get a green flag run. That 3 car starting on the outside. In the 8-17, then we got Brian Harford in that 71 car. See if these guys, what happens here. Jack Williams back to 11th, it looks like. Gonna pop up our top 5. You can see it right there in the bottom left-hand corner right here. Once they go green, you'll be able to see the distance from the car in front of them. So you'll be able to see second place, you'll be able to see first, you know what I'm saying? So just keep your eyes on that. And how you doing there, Breeze? Thank you for joining. As we get set to go green here for the Deep South Racing League, Quaker State 150. Pace car's off and the 96 is going green. Flag is out and we are back to racing. '96 trying to get a pretty good start. He does arc it in a lot higher, but expect him to get the run. Here comes the 3 on the outside. We'll take that position away, as well as the 71. Around the 8 they go, and the 17 is looking to get a run now. We're going to have a battle here soon. The 17 is marching towards the front. The 96 slides up a little bit. 3 is starting to peek to the inside. So far we've had, I think, quite a few caution flags. You can see it right there. 6 caution flags for 23 laps. So quite a bit of caution so far. It's been a crazy race. Haven't had a lone green flag run yet, as the 96 keeps leading the way. 8's actually starting to drop back a little bit more. Oh, the 911 car. 3 wide. This is going to get ugly. Woo! Good driving there by everybody. Great save by that 911 car.
My butt was crooked.
That was pretty insane. Good job by all them guys. The 03 slowly starting to work his way back up. Currently up to 8th place. Right in front of him is that 10 car. And in front of him is Jack Williams, slowly working way up. And the 03 spins it to the infield. That will bring out once again. Should bring out a caution as the 03 rolls. Their caution flag is out as Michael Redding goes for a spin. We're going to have another replay here. Once I find it exactly where it starts at. Now, this was pretty insane. We're actually going to hop on board here with Michael Redding and take a look and see what happened.
Patrick, I'm not sure you understand how close that we were.
Riding on board, you can see him exiting turn number 2. Going to go down this back stretch into turn number 3. And right here you can see a little bit of, he gets a little bit lower than everybody else is on the track. And it sounds like he had a lot of wheel spin as he pushed the gas a little bit too early. Tries to save it, almost has it saved. And right around it goes through the infield. Does a good job on holding it to the bottom though, instead of sliding back up in front of everybody. I know a lot of people on iRacing, a lot of people on iRacing actually have that trouble of coming right up in front of people after they spin. So that's a good job by him on holding it down there. As the 96 is going to lead the way here. Continue to lead the way here, should I say. As we should have some cars coming down pit road for 4 fresh tires and some gas. As we got one taker with the 3 car as well as the 8. The 911 car hitting as well. The 63, the 03, and I believe that's going to be all that takes pit road. Right now, Joe Stats is the leader. 19 laps led. That will bring out, as the 88 gets to wave around, that will bring out caution number 7 for only 50 laps. So we are about just halfway as we set to go racing once again here at Kentucky. Going to pause for just a minute and get another commercial in. Stay tuned, guys, as you get ready to heat up. Hopefully have a lone green flag run here. Yeah, Jack, I know I was sitting there actually thinking about that a few minutes ago. You actually worked your way up pretty good after having a little bit of issues earlier, so. Jack Williams making his second start, I believe this is his second start with the Deep South Racing League. Some in-car audio.
2 to go, 2 to go.
I'm going to try to let it ride towards the end so I don't use none of my faster pairs.
You haven't used any yet?
No, I haven't used any.
You make me sad.
That would be Jack Williams. You can see him right here on your screen right now. He's a 54 car, KFC car. Currently 5th, started 8th place. Got a pretty good car, really raceable car. He's not really had much trouble tonight. Besides the car spinning in front of him that he got to the back of a little bit and got him a little bit of damage, but he did get it fixed. And right now, currently 5th place, so he's definitely holding his own. We're going to be going green here on lap 50, so we get the 1 to go sign this time by. Take a look a little bit further back in the field with the 91 as well as the 51 in that FedEx car. That's Raymond Dormer and Rodney Scott right there in the 51 and 91. Keep your eye on this 03. It's going to be thank you. I appreciate that. Usually, I want to give a shout out real fast again. I don't know if you actually been here for the whole thing. Usually, I got somebody else broadcasting with me.
No. Pretty quick, okay?
And but something happened to his fiance, where his fiance fell off a horse. My co-host Landon Lacey, his fiance fell off a horse, and he had to rush to the hospital. So, as we are set to go racing here once again. With a 96 leading the way with Brian Harford. Brian Harford's having trouble trying to get that lead back away from this 96 with all these caution flags. They really need a long green flag run here. I think that's what it's going to do, be able to take it. I appreciate y'all watching, man. Any support helps a whole lot. Y'all have no idea. It takes a long time to get everything set up for it. As the green flag waves, we're back to racing here at Kentucky. 96, pretty good jump. Brian Harford, he zoomed off like a rocket on that start. And he's looking to the outside, and he's going to have the momentum exiting turn number 2, and he's going to try to hustle that spot away from the 96. Can't quite get up there yet. He's still looking to the outside as he zooms back in. We're going to wait and see. He drives in a little bit too deep. Here comes the 17 with a pretty good run, bringing the 54 and 34. We got 3 wide racing behind them. We got the 71 looking on the bumper of that number 96 car. Will try to cross him over. 71 looking to the inside. And he will. As 96 gets loose, 71 is going to be able to clear him this time as 96 does take that position away. Great move there as number 34 also jumps up in front of a couple of these guys. As the caution flag waves once again. Not entirely sure who it was that brought out the caution. I'm checking now to see if I can figure it out. It's been a little bit of a crazy race. I'm not going to lie. It's been one of them races where it's, you know, everybody has some races where there's a lot of caution flags. I'd rather see it go green as, you know, the races go on. But it's been one of them races just where everything's not really worked out for everybody, I guess. Trying to find out who exactly wrecked. I'm looking now.
10-4.
Anybody know the number that brought out the caution?
911.
Okay, so the 911 car actually brought it out. Thank you very much. As we're going to try to get a replay of him, we're going to have to go back a little bit further here. This is actually his second time bringing out the caution tonight. We're watching here the 911 car having a tough time driving the track, gets loose. Whoa, into the wall. And the 88 actually gets into it as well. Big trouble there. We're going to hop on board here. Oh, we're going to have to probably go back a little bit closer than that. We're going to hop on board here with the 88 and try to get an in-car camera shot. If I can find it. And I'm not going to be able to find the in-car. So I apologize, but the 88 is probably done for the day, as he's got a ton of damage. I want to check in here. I know somebody said that they was actually pulling for the 10. So we're going to check in with Richard Rose, as he's actually worked his way up a little bit. Started 11th, currently 3rd. So definitely holding his own there in the National Guard car. He was actually running pretty well last week as well. And I think he got caught up in a late wreck, I believe. So it's good to see him having a pretty good night so far. You see that National Guard number 10 car. Yeah, I believe that may wind up taking the 911 car. I don't know. I think he may actually be okay. He is okay. He does have a fast repair, but the one that hurts is the 88 car. I don't think he even had a fast repair, so I believe he may be done for the night. You can see the damage that he's got to his car. It is pretty much toast. See, his radiator is really exposed now, but he's going to get out there and try to be able to get a couple points out of this. There's a lot of people actually pulling for some, let's see, KC Heschel. I believe I said that right this time. I've been having trouble saying his name. I don't know, last week it was so late when I was calling the race and I was kind of mispronouncing his name quite a bit. As KC's actually in the pits right now, currently 16th. I'm not sure what happened to him. He may got a little bit of damage. He's just getting fixed, is what it looks like, so.
Ha ha ha.
So yeah, he's just getting some damage fixed. That's exactly what he's doing.
It'll just make it better when I come from 2 laps down to beat him.
Oh.
I stuck the broomstick in the hornet's nest on that one.
Johnny, there's going to be a race for me and him come out of turn 4 side by side.
You know,
it's going to happen.
So I've been broadcasting these guys for 2 weeks now. This is my second broadcast watching them. They're pretty hilarious to listen to. I'm not going to lie. This is actually the most exciting league that I broadcast as far as the people in it, because they're all just having fun, and it's really fun to listen to them. They all make jokes and stuff. It's pretty cool to actually be able to broadcast it and do it. So, hello. Oh, wait, you were talking to somebody else.
Hey Raymond, does my car look okay?
Richard Rose asking about his car.
It looks good to me. I'm right behind you.
Yeah, from what I can see, it looks good too.
Alright, thank you.
You see his car, he's asking if it looks okay, and if anybody knows, there you go. It looks great to me, so. As we get set to go back racing here once again at Kentucky, 46 laps to go. Make sure you smack that follow button. It supports us, it supports the guys in the league as well. You know, they love racing in front of people, so that's definitely the good thing. As the green flag is set to wave here once again at Kentucky, and the 71 this time will lead them down. 17 Nose to tail, and green flag is out. We are back racing once again. 17 gets a great jump. We're going to be able to see if he's able to hold this off. Continue watching at 17. That's Josh Sturgill, as he does not be able to make it to 51 with a pretty big run to the outside. Here comes the 03 around the number 10 car of Richard Rose. Trying to bring the 35 along with him. 35 is going to slide up. 03 is going to cut down in front of the 10, as the 3 is looking underneath the 35 off the turn number 4 and will make that pass as well. Number 10 looking underneath the 03, unable to make it just yet. He is going to try to work with him here and see what happens. 51 checks up a little bit. Here comes the 10 and the 03. We're going to be 3 wide going down into turn number 2. 10 thinks better of it. No, he does not. We are 3 wide. 51 smartly backs off of that as we come to 43 to go. I'm sorry, 44 to go as the 43 to go as the 10 looks underneath the 03, trying to make the pass down into turn number 1. Trying to take his time and working. You got to really set your pass up here. So we're going to wait and see as the 3 is sliding up. And it looks like that's a 96 able to get underneath him. Back up to Brian Hartford. Currently leading the way, has like 31 laps right now. 35 making a pretty good run up through the field. Currently 7th place, started 14th. That is Thomas Reed. As the 8 does squeeze by the 51, going to jump back a little bit further and watch this battle as the caution comes out.
Yeah. In the middle of 1 and 2.
Not sure who it was. We will find out here. What number was that?
911.
Thank you. Sometimes it don't pop up for me. As the 911 does spin it again, I do believe. He does spin. I don't know if he made contact. We're going to watch and see what happened here, as this will bring out our replay and I believe 6th caution of the night. I'm going to take a look at what happened here. It's a big run on the 63. And we'll continue watching, see what happens. And it looks like he's going to get wheel spin. He gets up a little bit too high and he's going to go for a ride. That was smart, though. That was nothing wrong with what he just did. He did exactly what he should have done. He turned it back to the right but kept it on the bottom. That was a great save. He didn't hit nothing, but I call that a save. No damage to the cars. So good job for Danny Lowe. That was great.
I hope you wreck.
Brian, you got any tips for me so I can beat you?
You know, I can.
I don't know.
I think literally I could leave the radio on all race and that would make an entertaining broadcast, especially with these guys.
I may not win this race, but I guarantee you'll have the most replays.
Getting that exposure, bud.
Funny note, there was another league I broadcasted and some guy wrecked like 7 times in one of the races.
Damn, car shut off on
2 to go.
I think you're right about that one, Jack. We've had quite a few cautions. We're going to take a look here at our race summary so far. 9 cautions for 34 laps. Pretty incredible. We still got 39 laps to go. So imagine riding around for the rest of this race under caution. That's about how many laps they've been under caution. 61 laps completed. Brian Harper is your leader with 6 lead changes. See the 17 car right there. Pretty amazing. The 03 was involved in a wreck earlier, and he's back up to 3rd. As we get ready to set and go. Green once again. I'll hop look here at the 17. Going to take a look out of his in-car camera. You can see him right there. That's a pretty cool looking shot.
One to go, guys. 1 to go.
Pretty neat shot. He's got the American flag helmet on. See Richard Rose here. Jump back a few more other spots and take a look here at Jack Williams. Cool. As we get set to go green here once again at Kentucky. Casey, I believe, is a couple laps down, just to let y'all know. I think 2 laps down. I could be wrong. Actually, now he's only 1 lap down, so he still needs a caution to get back on the lead lap, and that's something that can definitely happen. So I expect another caution to happen. So we'll just wait and see what happens here as the green flag is waving, and we're back to racing here as the outside line stacks up a little bit. 17 don't get really good of a start. Three wide behind him. 54 of Jack Williams looked like he could have been in the middle. He does make it through as he 10 looking underneath the 51, and 51 had to check up there a little bit, gave the 10 some room. That was really smart of him to do that because the 10 could have went for a ride there. That was really close. Richard Rose currently up in that 5th spot, so he will move into the top 5, but the 51 is trying to get back up there. Here comes the 34 on the outside of Jack Williams as the 10 goes for a ride. That's going to bring out a caution. That was absolutely crazy. That was a very hard hit. I'm going to try to find him. I don't think he's used his fast repair, but that was a really tough hit. We're going to have our instant replay once again. I'll hop on board here with the 10 of Richard Rose. Pretty crazy ride there. He's actually going to go all the way back. Oop. As again, a lot of these guys are getting wheel spin going up on that higher side, and that's exactly what happened there. And you can see the 10 rolls it a couple times on his roof. Pretty crazy. Ouch. I don't think it absolutely killed his car. We'll have to wait and see if he's able to get back out there. But that will give the lucky dog to Casey Heschel. So was a tough hit there for that 10 car. Tough break for him. He was actually, I believe that's 2 weeks in a row he's had bad luck. And going to take a look and see how it's going to impact him in points. He was up quite a few spots. He actually went up a little bit last week. He gained 1 spot. I don't know if it's going to hurt him in the chase yet. I'm looking to see. It will hurt him in the chase, so he actually needs a couple good weeks here to be able to put it together. We'll just have to wait and see what happens.
We started with 17. We have 16 right now. No joke.
Okay, cool. That was our 10th caution.
Caution so far
Yeah,
for 37
really
laps.
good.
Pretty crazy. We still got 34 laps to go,
I think I
33
got
laps to go.
caution for like 36 or 38 laps of under caution so far.
Yeah, you're coming to 38 this time.
Thanks, sir.
I don't think I have it.
As the 03 is going to pull off onto pit road and be able to get some of his damage fixed, or some fresh tires. As you can see, the 88 exiting pit. I'm going to check in here with the 10 car and see if he's done or what's going on. Did he get back out there on the track? He did just get his car fixed, so he's good to go, but he's going to have a couple more cautions for him to get back on the lead lap. So he will continue on. His car's fixed since they do have fast repairs. We're going to check and see the results right now. He will be 1 lap down, however. So he needs another caution. But I think that does help the KC Heschel. I believe it does help him, as he's in the pits right now, but he will be back on the lead lap. So the 20 also back on the lead lap in 15th place. But with 33 laps to go, he's liable to have a good run. He's got a little bit of damage to his nose. Not too much. It shouldn't hurt him too bad, I don't think. So, just have to wait and see. We're going to try to get a in-car interview here in just 1 second. See what's going on with some of these guys. May try to get an interview with the 71 of Brian Harford as he tries for his 10th win, and see if there's anything he can do to stay out front in front of these guys. We get set to go green here once again at Kentucky. For the Quaker State 150 for the Deep South Racing League. Anybody interested in racing with them, get in contact with, I'm going to pop up his name, you'll see it, Tommy Reed, 3. Get in contact with him, make sure you put that 3 at the end. As we get set to go green flag once again. 31 laps remaining this time, as the green flag is being shown, and we are back to racing here at Kentucky. 71 gets a pretty good start. Here comes the 51 looking on the outside of the 96, not able to get there yet. 54 of Jack Williams looking outside of 34. He will make that pass, as that will put Jack Williams up into that 5th spot. 17 trying to get around that number 96 and not able to do it just yet. 96 will take that second spot away. That is Joey Stats. '51 getting around on the outside of 34. He will take that spot away. 17 on the inside. 54 on the inside of 96. We're able to see they are up high. 51 into the wall, as well as the 911 car. They are able to make it work. We'll see what happens on the exit. Everything looks okay. You can see your top 5 popping up right now on the bottom left. That is the intervals between everybody. This 8 car looking on the outside of the 03. Going to check in here. Check back through the field here just a little bit. The 8 is running that high line. Woo. So it's going to check in with Casey Heschel and see how he's running. Currently back there in that number 14 spot. I'm not sure if he's getting all the way up to speed. Yeah, he's getting pretty good speed right now. 192 going down into turn number 1. Have to wait and see what happens. 54 right now. Underneath the 34. 34 trying to get back around him. Going to wait and see if he's able to do that. Here comes the run. 54 is going to slide up just a little bit. 34 able to get the run on the outside. As my camera changed right in the middle of it. And 34 is still fighting there on the outside. The 54 is looking underneath the 96. Can't quite get there. Here comes the 34. 54 gets loose. Not 34 gets around the 54 of Jack Williams. That's going to let the 03 catch in the back a little bit.
Pace car is in the middle 1 and 2.
Pace car is out.
911 again. Same place.
As a 911.
Checking up to them too.
Gets loose again with a lot of wheel spin. Gonna wait and see what happens. Gonna get an interview here with Brian Harford. And you see the 911 there, gets a little bit of wheel spin on the exit and spins it around and into the wall. That's actually going to hurt him quite a bit.
I'll try to make the straightaway longer.
Going to try to get an interview with the 71.
Yeah, Tommy and Rodney kind of slowed me up there on that restart there.
Going to wait and see the battle off pit road.
I was checking up behind Thomas.
I want to make sure these guys get in their pits first before I go in and chime in and get any kind of interview with them. I don't want to mess up their pit stop, so let them focus here. Hey, Brian, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Well, you just led your 48th lap. Is there anything that you could do to keep these guys behind you? Do you think you can hold it off for the win?
These guys are tough sometimes. It can be quite a challenge. Superman, I got to keep him behind me. He seems to be really fast, and I just got to keep track position and keep on going, keep on fighting.
I don't want to keep you on here too long because I know y'all are trying to get caught back up to the pace car and stuff like that. I know you're going for your 10th win of the season. That's got to be a pretty big accomplishment, seeing everybody that's in here.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of talent in here. It's a milestone. I've never done it before. It's definitely fun. I've been racing since 1999 online, so I got a little bit of experience and a little bit of real track time with my truck sportsman class, and it all comes into effect.
Well, I got to give everybody in here credit. This is one of the most entertaining leagues I've broadcasted. It's fun to watch you all race. So good luck, and we'll see if you can get that win.
Thank you, sir. I got to thank Center Fort TV, man. You guys are doing a great job. And our league. Got to thank our league.
All right, man. We'll see if we can talk to you here at the end of this thing and see if you can hold it off or see if somebody else can get up there and take that win from you.
Thank you, sir.
That was Brian Hartford, currently led 47 laps, I believe. I said 48 a minute ago. We'll check in. 47 laps. So currently right now, out of 100 laps, he led 47. But he's back in 5th. We had the 03 stay out.
Here.
Yeah, you're good.
We had the 03 stay out, as well as the 51 and the 3. Maybe banking on some cautions here would be my guess. And see if they can hold off. I mean, a lot of these cautions are really happening, so this is gonna be good to see if he's able to hold it off and try to see if the 71 can get back up here and try to steal this win, or will the 03, 51, or 3 be able to pick up this win? This would be huge if we really start having a lot of cautions, because I noticed earlier when Brian Hartford was back in the pack, he was having a little bit of trouble staying patient with everybody that's around him, because you really gotta, you don't want to kill yourself trying to get to the front and then have a thing like what's happened to the 911 where you spin your tires and spin out. So it's going to be good to see if the 71 can stay patient here and try to get that win, and or see if the 03 or 51 or the 3 may be able to get up there and grab that win away from him. That would be pretty big if, say, somebody like the 3 that's able to get up there and see if he can do it. That's Kevin Strandberg, so it's going to be good to see. Kevin did start into 10th place. He's in at Goodwrench. Right beside him is that 91 car of Rodney Scott. So any one of these guys can get up there and get that position away and still win. I mean, 23 laps to go. Going to be 22 laps to go when we hit the line.
Ready to go.
This is going to be an interesting start right here. This is going to be one of the most important starts of the night for everybody. I know a lot of these guys further back in the field that pitted are, fresh tires. I don't think the 51, 03, or 3 or 91 actually pitted, so this is going to be fun to watch. This is going to get pretty crazy and intense right here. Pace car is off as looks like the 91's laying back about 2 cars, which is he's trying to lay back to get the run, it looks like, and he did not get the run that he wanted. As we got we are racing everywhere right now. 3 wide, a little bit further back in the middle of the pack. Jack Williams trying to hold on to that spot. The 03 did get the jump. And here comes the 51 to the outside. Brian Hartford has made up 1 spot so far, looking for another spot around the outside of the 3. Keep your eyes also on that 17 car. I'm not sure where exactly he's at, but this right here is getting hairy as we work our way off turn number 4 down to the front stretch with 21 laps to go. 3 wide. No room for error as these guys continue to work around the track. The 3 slides up a little bit. Not going to make contact. And there's contact with the 96. And the 3 is going to be okay. No trouble yet. As the 03 continues to lead the way, followed by the 51. 71 now trying to look underneath the 51. 51 is going to slide up. We have racing absolutely everywhere right now. 54 trying to get around that 34 and try to take that 4th spot away. Here he comes to the outside. Unable to make it yet. 17 gets right into the back up by the 8. Looks like the 17 may have started sliding there. And that is not what he wanted. Continue to work his way up to the front. At 34 looking underneath the 3. He's going to try to bring the 54 along with him. As 17 starting to make his move. As we did have a pass for the lead during all that. 71 back to the point. Going to check in a little bit further back in the field. There's Casey Heschel. Currently in 13th place after all that damage he had earlier. And then we got Richard Rose, who actually flipped, currently right in front of him, who is back on the lead lap. Actually, he's not back on the lead lap, I don't think. We're going to wait and see. He may not be back on the lead lap. It says he is. Well, I'll find out right here in just 1 second to make sure. I believe he is. Jump up here towards the lead. You can see that 03 trying to close back in on the Brian Harford. It's going to be hard to catch that 71 right now because of the fresh tires that he's got. So, got 17 to go. Jack Williams did jump up and take that 4th spot away. He's trying to catch the 34. Do got a battle right here with the 96 and 3. They will make contact, and 3 into the wall hard. Collects the 8. And that's going to bring out our caution once again. That will be our 12th caution of the night. Big trouble there for the 8 and the 3. We're going to get a replay here once again. I'm going to hop on board here with the 8 car, Patrick Green. I have to go back a little bit further than that. I apologize. I'm going to hop on board. Eight had a little bit of damage anyway, and this is what was kind of to expect. You know, we've had quite a few cautions so far. Patrick Green started in 9th place, was running in 13th place at the time, I believe. Ooh, real hard into that 3 car. He had nowhere to absolutely go, and he blew it up. You can hear it right there. And he had to get it towed back to the pit lane. As we work under caution once again, as the 03 is going to not pit. I'm kind of surprised by that. Some of these other guys behind will pitted. This is going to get interesting. We're going to have some guys on some fresh tires, some guys not on fresh tires staying up front. See you later. Thanks for checking it out, Breeze. Appreciate it, man. That was really interesting. Going to try to get some in-car audio here.
Patrick. Not too bad.
What's the pace car at?
About the middle of the back stretch.
Take a look at the back end of that number 71 machine, Brian Harford. We're going to pause one more time, get one more final commercial in here before we go back green. Get ready because stuff is still about to get wild. I don't expect the cautions to be over just yet. We get set to go back here once again. Going to be coming to 14 to go right now. It's coming to 13 to go next time by.
Should have been my damn lucky dog, too.
Richard Rose is a little mad. He's a little upset. I don't blame him there.
My, how the tide just turned.
That's funny.
Richard, were you in that wreck?
For the middle of it, and whoever was up at top just snuck down into me.
Richard, were you in that wreck?
I was collected in it.
I got you, 10-4. I wasn't sure. I was wondering why I didn't give it to you. I didn't know if you were in it or not. But,
I was down. I was going through the middle, and the 3 car, I think it was up top, and he come down into me.
I got you, 10-4.
So see, the yellow flag had already been out, so I don't understand it.
Confusion here.
Yeah, I had to.
Wondering if the 10 car Richard Rose should get his lap back and caution flag did come out, but I'm not sure if iRacing will give you the lucky dog, being because of what happened, if he was involved in the wreck or not. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but tough break there for the 10 cars. He's a really fast car, however, could not have his free pass right now, so he still needs one more caution to get that lucky dog. We'll just have to wait and see. And hopefully he's able to get up there and get it. Casey Heschel did jump up to a couple spots there. You can see your top 10. We'll just have to wait and see what happens here. As we get set to go back racing here at Kentucky, we're going to have 12 to go. And the 71 and that 03. We do got some guys a little bit further back that did take tires on that last stop. We're going to see if they're able to make up some ground here on some of these guys. Pace car pulls in. And we are back green once again here at Kentucky Speedway with 12 laps to go. Seeing if the 71's able to hold off that lead, or hold on to that lead, I'm sorry. And, or will the 03 or 34 get up there and take it? 34 is looking good. Here comes Jack Williams with a big run on the outside. It's still fourth place, looking for third. He will take that spot away, and we got 4 wide. Whoa, this is going to get hairy. As the 20 and the 8 both go underneath all these guys. Pretty insane right there. That was absolutely amazing. 4 wide. That's pretty incredible. As the 03 does try to get that spot. He's not there yet. Continue to watch this battle side by side. Jack Williams does take that third spot away. Caution's out. Don't know who got the spot. That was incredible.
Thank God for triple screens. I've seen you coming.
The 03 will have the spot as Michael Redding takes that spot away. Jack Williams jumped up to third. That 20 car up to 8th place. Somebody was talking about him moving up. He was moving up through that 4 wide. That's pretty
I'd like to say
insane.
you're welcome, but I didn't want to give it to you.
Was that you spinning?
Got loose off of 2. Surprise.
That was a 35 that just spun. See if I can get the replay of that real fast. I'm not sure if I can find
I was
it.
like, I'm getting that hell out of the way.
We'll see if I can get the video of that real fast for you guys. I have to go back a little bit further than that. Here we go. I'm going to hop on board here with the 35 of Thomas Reed. Was currently in that 12th position, I believe, before that wreck happened. And he gets loose. A little bit of wheel spin and into the wall. Woo! Oh, the 911 car. Wow. That was pretty. Ooh, that made me dizzy. So that will put the 10 car back on the lead lap. As there he goes. He will get the wave around. So give that position back to the 10.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Ken. Didn't mean to crowd you up. I literally just got the call that wave around, or the lucky dog was going by. My bad.
That's good. I'm so excited. I was like, just let me go. Let me go.
That 10 car really wants to get back up there as Michael Redding right now
The space car.
did take that spot away from the 71. This is going to be interesting to see as once they hit 6 to go, iRacing will control cautions. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. There's your unofficial results right now as they ride. Going to take a look here at your grid and how they'll line up once they start lining up anyway. Should be lining up here in about a lap or so.
If I get this lead on the restart, y'all need to wad them up in the back.
The 03 is, he feels a little nervous, I'm not going to lie. He does feel like he's, this will be a big win for him if he's able to hold off that 71 car, because Brian Harper is the man to beat, and he seems like he's like that every week with 9 wins. Of course he is. So, I mean,
guys, iRacing will have control because we're going to go green with 6 to go. iRacing has control.
There you have it.
CM4. Good luck, guys.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's about to get crazy.
Records or checkers, baby.
You can see how they line up. Jack Williams cracking me up a little bit. As we get set to go racing. 6 laps to go. Once we hit the line, going to take care of a look at our summary once again. 13 cautions for 51 laps. Half the race has been ran under caution. That's pretty insane. I kinda didn't really expect that. You know, Kentucky's known for a lone green flag run, so, or they have been so far that I've noticed on iRacing they have been. So this is going to be good here. We're going to be able to see if this 54 can hold off the 34 and 96. Can the 03 hold off everybody? Can the 71 jump up and grab the lead? This is going to be fun to watch. I'm kind of excited. I feel like this is for a championship. As the pace car looks to duck off pit road here, hopefully for the final time at Kentucky Speedway, it does duck in. We are set to go green, and the green flag is waving. 91 checked up pretty big right there. He's laid back quite a bit a little bit as the 71 jumps straight to the lead. But can the 03 battle back on the inside? Not just yet. 54. Here comes the 34 looking to get a run on that 54 car of Jack Williams. 03 goes around. That's probably going to wind up bringing out a caution. And it does. I don't think that's going to end the race. Looks like the 96 also got damage.
Oh, man, who plowed in the back of me?
Rodney, I was on the inside, came down.
I will wait and see what happened. Right there, we've seen it already. I ain't going to check the replay. We're going to... Whew! I thought the caution was done. I don't think it's going to end it.
I don't know yet. I don't think so.
I think we're going to have a green-white checker, or maybe just a one-lap shootout here as Jack Williams is trying to jump up there and beat Brian Harper. This is going to be good. I'm going to take a look back here through your results right now, see where everybody is. We do got Richard Rose up in 7th place. Wow. Pretty incredible. Josh Sturgill.
About ready to blow.
6th place. Oh, 10's having overheating issues.
There's 5 to go right now.
We should go back green.
We're going to get it with 1 or 2 to go.
I'm thinking we will go back green. We'll just have to wait and see.
There she goes. I'm done.
The 10 just blew up.
Damn it.
Bad news for Richard Rose. as he does get his lap back, and then his car blows up. Tough night for him. He was actually really making a move up through the field as well. I'm sure it's not. I'm 100% sure that's not what he's seen or wanted to see. We got a lot of people nervous right now, man. It's kind of funny.
Signal.
Sorry about that, by the way.
It gives us with this lap, it'll be a green, white checker.
Wait and see if it says 2 to go. We will have a green, white checker. Going to watch and see. Or will it end? I don't think it's going to end, but we'll at least have one lap.
Brian, let me know if you get 2 to go. Yes, sir.
Done. I want to fucking redo.
Two to go. 2 to go.
We are going to have a green, white checker, I believe.
Going to be green and white at the same time.
Yep. We got one lap shootout here at Kentucky Motor Speedway. Can Brian Harford hold off the 54, who was charging pretty good there at the end, or the 34, who was also moving up? Or will we see somebody like the 96 or 20 jump into that top 3? Or will the 71 be able to hold it up and win this race and try to get that 10th win of the season? We're about to find out here in 2 laps. Everybody's got to settle down here, take a deep breath as we get ready to go back here.
Well, guys, I'm going to watch it from the tower. Good luck. Good luck, Brian.
We'll be able to see if Brian Harford's able to hold on to this win. I ain't gonna lie, it's got me a little nervous sitting back here in front of the screen just watching this race, man. I'm nervous for all these guys. All of them's got a fast car. I mean, we've had a lot of cautions, but the cars have been fast still. So, Jack Williams had a little bit of damage earlier. The 34, I believe, kept his nose clean. The 96, I think, kept his nose clean there. The 71, I'm pretty sure has been clean. Like 95% sure on him. So,
okay.
As we get ready to go, racing once again here at Kentucky Motor Speedway. This will be, next caution will end the race. This is going to be the final lap. So, coming to the green and white and then the checker. So we'll see what happens here. 71 has been getting off to really good restarts. And the 54 has been known to have good restarts. I know that from experience, and I've also seen him not really have as great of restarts. He's laying back a little bit more than what he probably should. As we're green flag once again, and the 54 beats him to the line. 54 is going to have the point right now. 71 is trying to get underneath him. He will have the preferred line going in. 54 takes the battle, or takes the lead. 96 gets into the wall. 71 into the wall. That's going to give the win to Jack Williams. Big trouble on the backstretch. As Jack Williams will go and win this race here at Kentucky for the Quaker State 150. That's going to put Casey Herschel up to second place.
Man.
Wow.
Good job, buddy.
The 34.
Dude, I just had a heart attack.
Holy crap! What a
Great
race.
start. I jumped and had to back out.
Yeah, good one there, Jack.
Wow. We're going to get an interview. Try to get an interview here.
Yeah, free to do your burnout. Guys, give him some room. Casey and Chris, y'all stand by on the entrance of...
As Jack Williams able to get the win for Center Force Racing on Center Force TV. Pretty awesome. He's going to burn it down here. He's in the grass.
When he really come in second after being down?
Yes, he did.
I can't believe the 20 was able to get that. Woo!
It's yelling, I got a black flag.
What for, Michael?
We're going to get an interview here.
Yellow?
Hey, Jack, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
I don't know how, but congratulations on your win. You was able to jump out in front of Brian, or I'm sorry, in front of the 71 of Brian. Was you anticipating the restart of when he was going to go, or how exactly was you able to make that pass?
I was watching the green, like when it went green, every caution we had, and I was able to tell when it was going to go green, so I went right when it said green.
I believe this is your second race in the league, and you just picked up your first victory so far. Wow, that was incredible. Anybody you want to thank or anything?
I want to thank the league. It's a really fun league. I've been looking for a NASCAR Sprint Cup league for a long time, and I finally found a pretty good one.
All right, man, I'll let you go. I will talk to you here soon. Congratulations on your win once again.
Thank you.
Hey, Casey, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
That was pretty incredible watching you come from, I believe you was actually 2 laps down at one time. What was going through your mind when you seen them start wrecking in front of you?
I knew I just had to do it Days of Thunder style and just put it to the floor and go.
You know, I was sitting here watching the chat and stuff like that, and you actually had quite a few people pulling for you, and as well as the, I can't remember who it was, the 10 car. Is there anything else that you wish you could have changed during the race that you could go back and fix, if you could?
Yeah, I wouldn't have ran out of talent twice in about 35 laps and used both my quick repairs.
That's definitely something you don't want to do. Anybody you want to thank or anything?
I just want to thank Tommy for having this league. It's pretty fun and competitive as hell. I mean, you can't get a better group of guys.
All right, man. Congratulations once again. I'm going to hop over and talk to the 34.
Thank you, and thank you guys for broadcasting.
Hey, Christopher Matthews, you got a copy, man?
10-4.
You know, I watched you kind of up and down this race. You started 4th place. You didn't get to lead a lap, but you was up and down pretty much the entire race. What was your goal in coming here tonight, or what was your strategy?
I definitely wanted to feel out the crowd. I enjoyed the racing. Everybody was pretty competitive, and I just had to take a couple more pit stops than everybody else.
Do you think you could have done anything to maybe get up there and try to get the win away from, the 71 at the time, or the 54, or anybody?
I think given a couple more green flag laps, we might have had a chance, but that didn't happen, so I'm happy with what I got right now.
All right, man. Anybody you want to thank or anything?
I'd just like to thank the people in this league, and happy to have done this race.
Congratulations once again, and hopefully see you next week at New Hampshire.
10-4. You guys have a good one.
And that was Christopher Matthews. with a third place finish, so a pretty good run for him. That was a really interesting race. Congratulations once again to my teammate, I might add, Jack Williams, on his first win here in the league. He was able to actually hold it in there and actually get the win, so congratulations to him. That's going to wrap it up. I want to give my final thoughts of the race and final summary of the race. 55 laps for 14 cautions, quite a bit, but we did have 11 lead changes. But I got to go out on a limb here and say I feel kind of bad for that 71 car, Brian Harford. Even though he's got 9 wins, it don't hurt him whatsoever. But he had a chance at trying to get that milestone of 10 wins. And there's still 8 races left after tonight before the chase starts. So I expect him to get a win here very soon. And, you know, we do go to New Hampshire next week, and that's going to be a fun race to watch. Be sure to tune in next week whenever we go to New Hampshire, same time as this week's race. We're going to get a look at our final results here at Kentucky. Jack Williams in that Ford Fusion able to pick up the win. 3 Fords in the top 3. Pretty incredible. Casey Heschel able to get back up there, take that second spot away. Christopher Matthews, Joey Stats, pretty decent run for him tonight in 4th place. Brian Harford, after a hard hit on the backstretch, was able to get in 5th. Raymond Dormer is in 6th. Michael Redding is in 7th. Don Persini, I'm probably saying that one wrong. I got everybody else's name down but his. Josh Sturgill is in that 9th place. Patrick Green 10th. Then we got Kevin Strandberg in 11th. Rodney Scott 12th. Denny Lowe, after having a tough night out, in 13th. Richard Rose, after blowing up when he was running 7th place when that caution came out, will finish 14th, 4 laps down. Matthew McLean. Then we got Thomas Reed, Justin Epperson, and Aaron Taylor. So that's going to wrap it up for us here tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed, and be sure to tune in next week as we go to New Hampshire. Thanks for watching, guys.